Hello, everyone. Welcome to Project 24. My name is Adrian. I'm your host. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, let's get it going here. Hockey Twitter was booming yesterday. Damien Cox started with a tweet saying that the Habs, basically saying that the Habs were overrated roster. They don't have any elite players and they can't win games because they don't have an elite roster. And a lot of fans took offense to that. Personally, like with me, it's he's not a Habs guy. He doesn't follow or analyze the Habs. I don't know why he's going on with these hot takes. Um, I actually got into it with him too. We're gonna go on to that in a bit. He actually engages with fans or I don't know, trolls, I guess you could say. But he was talking down on the fans too. There's one guy I follow. Shout out to Steve if you're watching. But yeah, he started saying how he's not qualified. He's like basically talking down him saying, "Oh, I'm fucking Damien Cox. I'm famous. You're just some regular Joe Blow. Well, how are you even qualified to talk about hockey?" I'm just like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, yo, this guy's honestly like Damien Cox is such a clown. He's always been a clown. And honestly, like just year after year, he goes on with his stupid takes. I remember he said something after the stand when the Lightning won the cup. I remember he's like not as difficult to win a cup when there's no road games, no travel. Still a difficult thing to win at all. Tampa Bay gave lots of sweat and blood to make this happen, but let's not compare bubble hockey with the real hockey. This is the tweet. This is I don't know if y'all can see that. That's like literally right after they won the Stanley Cup. And I was like, dude, I mean, yeah, like I'm obviously no road games, but I mean, like, dude, like that's such a horrible take. I think that was harder to win with the bubble because there's more teams that had a chance. I mean, yeah, there's no fans. It's as an athlete, it's professional athletes more specifically. It's harder to get into the games when there's no fans. Tuukka Rask was really open about how he didn't like the bubble. Even I mean, with the Raptors, Siakam even said he hated the bubble playoffs. So it's hard to emotionally get into the games. And I remember Barkley Goodrow clapped right back at him and said, "You tried going through what we went through, not seeing our families for months, living in a hotel for 60 plus days, 24 teams. I had a chance, no home advantage for either team. But hey, say what you want." I mean, yeah, like again, just another one of one of his horrible takes, but unbelievable. And I'm telling you, like this guy, like my whole like since I started watching hockey, I mean, growing up in Toronto, obviously the media coverage is going to be more about the Leafs than anybody else, which I understand. We're in the city. And I used to get the Toronto Star every day. My parents used to get the Toronto Star every day for a while. And I remember every day on the front page of sports, it was just Damien Cox just like shit talking the Leafs and just like like fucking ripping them a new asshole, like for no like I mean, yeah, they weren't good, but I mean, like, dude, like they're only athletes in the end of the day. I mean, like, hey, it's the management that doesn't build a good enough team, then hey, criticize them. Don't criticize the players in some sense. I mean, I remember like every day, front page of the fucking Star, Toronto Star, like sports section, just something, always something negative about the Leafs, and always like criticizing the players, and like this and that, and like it's like holy fuck, dude. Um, you're supposed to be a journalist, you know, like, and I said something to him too. I'll show the thread of tweets in a bit, but like, I'm like, like journalism's dead. Like, I know that people may take offense to that, but I'm sorry, journalism's dead in so many ways, politically, sports wise. It doesn't even matter what topic it is. Journalism's dead. It's all just based off narratives now. It's just these professional journalists. All they say is, oh, I'm gonna write an article about something. Here's my opinion, and I'm gonna post it. It's not about the truth. It's not, in their mind, it's their truth, which is another bullshit fucking statement. But it's unbelievable oh, this guy still has a job. And I literally just said to him, I just don't think you're good at your job. You're not good at your job. I said, if you worked in the real world, you would not be anywhere. I'm sorry. Like if you were just a regular person like you and I, not making a lot of money and just like had a boss up your ass all the time, you would not survive in the real world. So and you get with your gaslighting tweets. I said to him, I said, your gaslighting comments and tweets were just so awful or so toxic. And like and again, you've said it's like, again, I'm not even a Leafs fan and I'm defending that team and those players, but it's ridiculous how like your awful takes on them it just pisses off so many players. Like it's scared players away even at times. It's just your media pressure is such a distraction on these Canadian teams. Part a big reason why they'll never win any of them will probably never win bring a cup back to Canada ever again, to be honest with you. It's just the media pressure. People like him and like Tony Marinaro. Like I don't keep on tooting though, saying to preaching to the choir here about this, but like it's ridiculous. These journalists they intentionally act like this because they got to get it going, just like how the political journalists love their being divisive like that. It's the same kind of thing. Like um hey, you know what, Damien Cox, man, I'm calling you out right now. Hey, if you want to talk, like if you want to talk about this like like adults, I'm willing to. I'm willing to be professional here. You want to come on the show and we can talk about our discuss what happened the other day and discuss, and hey, I'll be polite about it. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I just gave you simple criticism, and then you're being condescending towards others, and others are criticizing you, and you're just like you just think you're better than them. So yeah, hey, you want to come on this show and just talk like adults, then hey, it's up to you, man. All the power to you. So the offer's there, and that's your call in the end, man. So um yeah, so let's go on with these fucking this thread of tweets. Unbelievable. You're not gonna believe this. Okay, so this is me. Okay, this is me. I started it though, I'll admit, but like I saw his tweets. I'm like, this guy's fucking had enough. I gotta say something. And and I said, so Damien Cox needs to find a new line of work. He said, what's yours? I said, I've got my own podcast, but I'm working a day job, which I am. You know, what's wrong with that? I said, I'm just, just a regular guy, just trying to make it out here in the entertainment world. So why are you asking me about my occupation? Like, what does it matter? Are you talking down on somebody like that like, just because you're fucking Damien Cox? Nobody fucking likes you anyways. You're a fucking clown. And I said, difference is that the jobs I have worked in the past will fire you for being shit at your job. You've got it good because you're still here taking up space. That was a little bit harsh, but I'm sorry, it's true. Sorry, bro, it's true. Car dealership and which I did, yes, retail company and a car dealership I did. I said, journalism is dead when people like you are still considered professional journalists. I'm sorry, it's true. The fact that he's considered a professional, him and guys like Steve Simmons, it's actually a fucking joke how they survive and keep jobs, and they're bush league. It's bush league crap. That's another guy I like to even challenge on this show. Holy Lord. Your gaslighting comments over the years have scared players and pissed off many of the Maple Leafs, and I'm not a Leafs fan. He's a fucking clown, though. Like, I can't keep on saying that, but, like, he's such a clown. Oh, man, he's an idiot. And I even threw shade at me today, too, so fucking, someone else was trolling him, and, yeah, here. Today's 79 follower tough guy. Bye bye. Dude, for someone who's giving others a hard time about their qualifications, bad with your spelling and grammar, blah blah blah. Tough guy. Oh, so you're calling me a tough guy, eh? That's fine. It's all good, homie. It's all good. Like I said, you want to come on this show and talk it out. Hey, we can argue and debate. It's all on you, man. It's up to you. Yeah, and I'm giving you I'm giving you the invite and giving you the offer. And if you if you want to, that's fine. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. So yeah. Stick to your Leafs, man. That's all, Damien Cox. Stick to reporting on the Leafs because you don't really know about any other team. You don't analyze or follow any other team. You're just a Leafs guy. You've always been. So if you're gonna have shitty opinions on other teams, you're gonna get fucking called out for it. So that's that. So, anyways, yeah, come on the show if you want. We'll talk like men. Anyways, get away from that. But Russell Wilson, there's an update on his because there was rumors that he's not happy in Seattle, that he wants out because the old line's really bad. He keeps on getting hit. He's frustrated. There was a report yesterday I saw, probably like 24 hours ago. So Mark Rogers, who's Russell Wilson's agent, he told the ESPN that apparently there's a trade list that was confirmed. Russell confirmed a trade list. Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. Those are the 4 teams he will accept a trade to. So interesting. I mean, the Cowboys with the situation with Dak, I don't know what's going to happen there. That's a toss up. So I still think they're going to franchise tag him Dak for one more year and then see if he's healed properly from that ankle injury, and hopefully he is. That was a really devastating injury, and honestly, like, I love Dak. He's a great quarterback. So great guy, great man, great leader in many ways. And he's not. I like about him too. Like, my brother's a Cowboys fan. We were talking about this yesterday. Is I like that he. One thing I really do like about Dak is he's not a diva. He's not like one of these diva like quarterbacks. You know, you have your diva quarterbacks, you have your diva wide receivers. He's very down to earth. He's very level headed. He's very humble, and him not being a diva is probably why he hasn't gotten paid yet. But I like the way he conducts himself. I really do. You know, I'm kind of sick of these like diva fucking quarterbacks and wide receivers in the NFL. Like, yeah, it's entertaining. You know, it's part of the brand. It's part of the NFL. It's always been for a while. I mean, well, yeah, mostly, yeah. Since like the 80s, 90s, it's been a thing. But um, yeah, I don't know, man. I think the Cowboys should keep Dak. He's proven himself. Like I said, he does have similar stats to Deshaun Watson. A lot of his stats are similar, and you know, he doesn't get the same. I don't think he gets nearly as much respect as Deshaun Watson does. So, excuse me. I don't know. I think he should. I think the Cowboys really should pay him again. Maybe the ankle injury is a little bit justified. So just tag him, franchise tag him again for 1 year. He'll play on the tag. He's that kind of guy. He wants to be there. He doesn't complain. He doesn't complain about the lack of talent around him in the past. Like, no, he's a good guy. Shout out to Dak Prescott, man. I hope he's doing well. He's a good man. Very, very good man. He's been through a lot in his life, but he's climbed through the obstacles and the tough times, and he's still come out strong. So nothing but love for Dak. So yeah, hopefully that gets sorted out soon. I really hope that does get sorted out soon. Wilson too. Apparently Wilson said though he does want to play in Seattle still, but like if there is possibility of a trade, you know, or things don't get better, then yeah, he does. He doesn't really see a future with Seattle. He will accept a trade to those four teams. Sorry. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes with him. I don't know. I don't know. It's different. It's a little bit weird seeing Russell Wilson wanting out of Seattle. You know, he's another one who really conducts himself really good in a good way and positive way. It's really rare to see, you know, him actually complain about things. He's always like pretty level headed too. Still one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. I would take him in a heartbeat with, you know, any day of the week. I'd take Russell Wilson. But yeah, so did you guys see William Nylander the other night? I know I talked about trade rumors the other day. Philip Forsberg for Nylander. I might have to fucking flip flop on that one. Cause man, and honestly, like again, I'm a Habs fan, but I've been a huge fan of Nylander for a while now. And I'm a Habs fan. I'm saying this, and again, the Toronto media, like again, fucking Steve Simmons with his ridiculous clown article about the IKEA thing. These guys, like again, I'm saying these guys are clowns. How they treat these players. Like, yeah, they're struggling. That's one thing, but like, and you're allowed to criticize them, but like, geez, like there's a way to say it and do it. Like, come on. Like, God, like, and these guys can't take criticism themselves. Like Damien Cox, like, he can criticize all the players he wants. He can dish it, but he can't take it. So like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, anyways, I'm telling you, William Nylander is an elite player. That's I don't know if a lot of people agree with me on that, but he is an elite player. He deserves a lot more respect around the league. I know he does take a lot of criticism for not being physical enough. Yes, that may be true. He's not really the most physical player. He doesn't really, he's not really physical at all. He's more all skill, which is okay. That's what the Leafs pay him to do. That the Leafs pay him to score goals, not to hit. I mean, the guy is a pure goal scorer. I mean, again, like, did you see the game the other day? I watched the whole game of Calgary and Toronto, and again, he scored like the goal to tie it up with like less than 2 minutes left, and then uh, scores that beauty in overtime. And I'm like, this guy carried them tonight. He carried them in the last 5 minutes of the fucking game, and he carried them. I've seen him. I've again because I live in Toronto, so there's a lot of Leaf games on, and the Habs aren't playing or the Habs weren't televised before I learned about the streaming. I watch a lot of Leafs because it's on TV, and I've seen him again single-handedly, like carry his own line on shifts, like where he's a great hockey player. He deserves the respect. He absolutely deserves the respect. He scored 31 goals, a quiet 31 goals in a shortened season like that. If the COVID shutdown didn't happen, he could have scored 30, 35 to 40 for sure. For sure. The way he was playing last year. Here, we'll pull up his stats too. Like I got something to prove here. So, um, oh yeah, let's not let's get away from that. Let's get away from Damien Cox. So he's got 7 goals, 9 assists. Oh wait, maybe I gotta refresh that. It's from the other day, so I don't think that's. Maybe it is. Computer's still loading. Yeah. Okay. We'll refresh it. We'll see. Maybe it changed. Yeah. Okay. 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points in 21 games. He's a +2. That's not bad. He's got 2 power play goals. I mean, that's pretty good too. You look at his stat line the last 5 games. Yeah, a couple of pointless games, but I mean, look, four points in the last 5 games. He makes things happen. Like, and again, I'm a Habs fan, and I'm saying this, and like, it feels like the Toronto fan, a lot of Toronto fans and media don't appreciate him. Hey, bro, if you guys won't appreciate Willie, man, I'll take him on the Habs any fucking day of the week. Um, Look, you see 16, 17, 61 points there, 61 points there. I mean, that was the year he held out for a bit. He didn't play that good. Last year, you see 31 goals, like, and then 68 games, like, great stats, man. Like, I don't know. And this year, he's playing great too. He's closing in on 100 career goals. Like, I'm telling you, man, give the guy respect. Like seriously, like enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Again, he's proved to be a serviceable player in this league. Obviously, I mean, he was a sixth overall pick, and he's got a great shot. He's got great hands. He's fucking great on his feet. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. Players like him are hard to find right now in the NHL to develop, draft, trade for, even whatever you name it. Those players are hard to find, man. Leaf fans like appreciate this guy. I'm not saying he's a generational talent like his teammate there, Austin Matthews, but um, he's still a good player. He's a game breaker, and he can carry a team. He can carry the Leafs. He's done it before. Some games where he just takes the puck and he does it, and he did the other night. And again, I've always been a fan of him. Maybe he can improve on his defensive game, his physicality, maybe a little bit. But the guy gets paid to score. He scores goals. There you go. What can you do? But again, shout out to William Nylander, man. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Habs fan, and he's one of my favorites. So, gotta love the kid, man. He's great, and he's the same age as me. He's born the same year as me, so that's also a bonus. But what's going on in Hablands, man? What's going on? that game last night was very, very hard to watch. Like, I mean, very hard to watch. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming Ducharme on this. This is his first game as the head coach. It's gonna take time for him and the players to adjust and to both sides to kind of get used to each other, right? I mean, it's good they got a guy that the players are familiar with. Um, he shook up the lines a lot during the game, which is okay. Hey, you gotta. I mean, Josh Anderson got hurt. Hopefully, it's not too serious. I haven't heard anything today. If anyone can update me on that, maybe in the comment section. I probably won't see it. I don't know, but excuse me, the pairings to start off the game were Sherratt, Weber, Edmondson, Petrie, Kulak, and Romanov, same shit. Um, Honestly, you got to give him like at least a handful or 10 games before we kind of judge that this was a good decision for the team. Ducharme's had success pretty much everywhere he's gone. Um, Again, he has to shuffle the lines. That's okay. I'm okay with that. He just wants to see what works, see what fits. Um, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like benefit of the doubt. I mean, he put Byron on the center for fourth line. I was like, different, but hey, he's got the speed to do it. I mean, he'd be good on a bottom six role for that. But obviously he started with Deneau, Tatar, and Gallagher on the first line. He put Suzuki, Drouin, and Anderson, which is like a really good line. That they have lots of speed and they always click. Toffoli, Kotkaniemi, Perry, it's not bad. I mean, obviously Toffoli and KK are playing really good together. They've shown well. Kotkaniemi's kind of struggled a little bit as of late, but um, they've showed to move the puck really well together, Toffoli and KK. So we'll see how that goes. Lekanen, Byron, and Armia. I mean, Armia scored the 2 goals in the first period. He took over for Josh Anderson. He started double shifting when Anderson got hurt. I like Joel Armia. He's a good role player. You can put him in certain parts of the lineup, and he'll do well. He's got speed, good hands, good shot. Like, can't go wrong. Good penalty killer at times if he can. You can't go wrong with some of those role players. The fact that they also acquired Steve Mason's contract. Steve Mason, yeah, that goalie for Columbus years ago. A lot of you probably remember. I don't even know what he's doing nowadays, but they traded Simone Bork for him, who was a prospect at the time. Obviously, he didn't really pan out with Winnipeg. I haven't really heard of Simone Bork since the trade, so it's clear who won that trade. Again, he shuffled the lines. I think he shuffled the forwards around a bit during the game. He kind of had to because, the Anderson injury. It kind of fell apart when Anderson left the game. Man, again, you just got to see what he likes, man. Like, I was saying, like, yesterday after the game, I was like, I saw, like, obviously Habs Twitter's, like, having a meltdown right now because they're playing awful and, after the great start. But, again, he did adjust at times mid-game. I think I saw, like, again, line combinations and structure-wise. You just got to do it, man. Like, let him to do it. Like, even when 4 years ago when Julien started out with Montreal, I was like, this guy's brand new to this team. And I'm like, hey, if the lines kind of look a little wonky at times, like, hey, allow it because he's just trying to see what works, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Even with Ducharme, if you see some kind of some wonky lines, like even I was like, oh, Byron on the fourth line, but it's like, hey, he's just trying to get used to these players, like as a head coach now. He knows how a lot of them play. Obviously, he's been behind the Habs bench for quite a few years now. So in 2018, I think he came. So uh nothing wrong with shuffling the lines during the game. I mean, you're gonna kind of have that when you got a new coach. It's bound to happen unless you're winning by a margin and it's working. Then that's it. But there's honestly, this was a good. I think it's gonna be a good decision to have Ducharme. Maybe again, maybe they just might need time to turn it around. Again, Ducharme's coached the Halifax Mooseheads and with Nate McKinnon, Jonathan Drouin. Back in 2013, they won the Memorial Cup. They had a whole preview on that before the game last night. And I think Drouin and Kakanyemi are going to really benefit from this coaching change. I think honestly, again, it's a really young team now. Um, I think that they're going to benefit. I think everyone's going to benefit from it. The whole team will. I mean, sorry, but I think it's a lot of the young kids and especially Drouin because Drouin was really comfortable with him there, and I think he even outscored Nathan McKinnon the one year. There was one year he outscored Nathan McKinnon in junior, and that's like pretty remarkable. McKinnon went first overall, Drouin went third, second or third. Yeah, I think it was third. Tampa Bay. Yeah, I don't know. It's still really, really, really early to like start throwing in the white towel with this. Yeah, they played awful yesterday. Carey Price is just continuing to struggle, and it's really, really sad to see. Um, they played with a lot of confidence for the period and a half, and again, the refs fucked us again. Like horrible calls here and there. Like honestly, I don't know what's been years against with like years for years these refs have been so bad against Montreal. I don't know why. Especially this year, I find it feels like there's some kind of agenda against the Habs. I don't know. It's just they're missing calls here. There's phantom calls being called on them. Fucking brutal, man. It's I don't know. I sound like a kind of a fucking QAnon Habs fan, but like it's starting to look pretty fucking obvious at times. Um, they looked again. It was like they looked like they were playing so good, like in the beginning. Again they Armia scored those 2 goals in the first. I was like, oh wow, like this is how it's gonna be. Okay. Um, I don't know, man. It's a tough time. It is a tough time now. I know, like a couple weeks ago, I was saying, oh yeah, this team's great. I know, like it is a good team. It's not as bad as what Damien Cox was saying, but he's an idiot and he doesn't watch the Habs. He's not a Habs fan. He's a Leafs guy. So what the hell does he know? But it's a tough time. It's a tough time for this team. Um, I'm telling you, and this is again kind of a hot take, but I'm starting. People are saying it, and I'm starting to kind of accept it at this time. But again, Weber hasn't been that good this year either. He's been looked really slow, really bad on the power play. Price too has just been really bad. He's not, he's made big saves when he's had to. Don't get me wrong, but it's not looking like Carey Price is gonna carry the Habs. He gets paid to carry the team, no pun intended. But he's getting paid $10.5 million, and like Weber's at like fucking what, like 8.5. Like that's like 18, almost 19, $20 million tied into like 2 players, and like they're tying up your cap. I mean, luckily Bergevin, like in his defense, he was able to manage around um manage around that and like obviously build team despite those 2 big contracts. But my goodness gracious, it's a scary, scary thought. But I remember a couple of years ago, I was talking to somebody that said those contracts are going to be horrible, like long term. I think it's 2018. They said it's not okay. It's a legitimate problem for Habs fans, and like if Habs fans don't realize this now, like you're not living in reality. Then like yeah, like I think Price can get out of it, but like I said on that a few episodes ago about how his numbers have dipped, and like I can pull them up again if you guys want me to. Like I will pull up his numbers. I'll do it right now since I know how to share content now on these things. It took me fucking forever, but hey. William, yeah, it's enough William Nylander. We love you. I like you, Willie, but enough of you, buddy boy. Okay. Get rid of that. Fuck you, Damien Cox. Okay. See, like I mean, winning record 5-4-3, 888 save percentage, 313 GAA. He's 33. He's gonna be 34 in August. And like I was saying, the concern is the last like 3 years, sorry. See, look, 2017-18, that first right after he signed that deal, awful year. I mean, again, the team was pretty bad, so it was maybe justified. Like the team was really, really bad. So it could have been justified, and there was injuries and shit like that. But I mean, the next year he was good. I mean, 18-19, they didn't make the playoffs. They just missed it by a hair. I remember fucking Panarin fucked us over. I love Panarin, but he fucked me over that time. I was in the bar and just watching the Habs fucking playoff hopes just slip right out of my fingers, slip right out of their fingers just with that Panarin shootout goal. I was like, that shit hurt. But again, that year he was good. I mean, 249 GAA, 918 save percentage, good, but not like spectacular. Obviously, last year, again, subpar, and then this year, subpar. And even like his career stats, they're not like 250 with 917 save percentage. I mean, he's the franchise leader in wins for the Montreal Canadiens for goalies. So I mean, can't say much about that. But man, it's a legitimate issue. It's a legitimate problem. It's worrisome. I mean, I don't want to overreact. Start saying that he's never going to be good again. I mean, he was so great in the bubble last season, last summer in the playoffs. I don't know what changed in like 5 months. I don't know. I don't know what changed. Tough. It's a tough one, man. Even with Weber, I mean, Weber's still got many years of that contract left. I mean, I think he's got he signed signed that ridiculous offer sheet back in 2012. It's going to be fucking 10 years. Let me just look that up. First. I'm actually curious how long that contract is. I think it was 12 years. Fuck, 6 million. Okay, it's bad, but it's not horrible. I think it's gonna get interesting. Weber's salary will drop to 3 million in 22-23 till 2025, 2026. He'll be paid 1 million. Oh, okay, so his salary goes down each year. That's okay. It's still not great, but he's $12 million. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. There's some problems, but he 2026. This is a 14-year deal. Oh my god. $68 million signing bonus. Holy Lord. Wow. Craziness. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. This is Adrian. This is Project 24, and we are signing off.